Hi, I'm Kirsten Meakin from Nail Nails. In this video, we are going to do some Halloween nails and we're going to do some skulls. People have asked me for this. Even people that don't watch this channel have asked me to show them how to do this. I'm going to create a stiletto. If you've not seen how to create a stiletto, you need to check that video out. I'm going to dehydrate the living hell out of that little nail. And then we're going to prime. I'm going to do the second layer of primer. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to build out a bit of a platform. Some soft beige and true pink. So I'm going to start with building a platform for me to work on out of true pink, which is a transparent, really soft pink. Making sure I'm keeping the stiletto nicely shaped, keep it nice and neat at the sides. Just going to blend it up onto the natural nail a little bit. Then I'm going to go into soft beige. Pull this down. Just blend that down onto the little platform that we've just made. Then I'm going to get a little bit of silver glitter dust. And then just using the true pink, I can pick that up. And I'm just going to add little bits just scattered. And then we need Mega White. I'm going to do a skull, and a skull is white-ish. And it's not covered in blood and stuff. I have many skulls. Do you like this one? This one it's got a bit of an empty head. It's not very good at, memorising anything. His memory's just evaporated to nothing. So, because I've got a skull here, I will look at this skull as I am creating the skull on this here finger. Yeah? So I have something to look at. Now, if you haven't got a skull to look at, then get some images off the internet and have a little look at them while you do it. It'll help you with your composition. And I'm going to pinch this a little bit. So like I said, the skulls are white apart from that one that's black. And then I've got some others dotted around that are crazy ones. Have you seen them? I've got these ones as well. This one's Woody. I have not named this one. Give it a name. These are from TK Maxx. If you have a TK Maxx in your country. So we're going to do this in white. I'm going to bleed it out because I don't want it to move. So we're going to start by creating the top of the skull. And I can mark here where the eyes are going to be. Start to give myself an indication of where they're going to go just by adding those few little dents, yeah? Then I'm going to create here. I'm not going to bleed this because I want to slide this over. I'm creating this part first before I do like the nose and the teeth and everything like that, because I want to build on top of this, so this jumps out less, so it's less 3D. Everything else will be a little bit more raised. So I'm creating a jawline, and this is just a guide that you're putting down here. It's just something to work with. Then we're going to do the eye sockets. So don't think you've got to do a skull and you've got to like jab into it to make the eye socket. So don't put the acrylic down and then start to open it out. It's a lot easier to do it this way. So you're creating the eye socket and the cheekbone at the same time. Them bones, them dry bones. So I'm going to create this eye socket now. Oh, what's it look like right now? Now we're going to create the nose bone.
The nose bone's connected to the
face bone.
Face bone's connected to the
skull bone.
Skull bone's connected to the
neck bone.
The neck bone's connected to the... Is there other words in this song? I can't remember.
I don't know. To create those little nose holes called nostrils. So this would be like this sort of top area of the teeth. I'm going to cut into this. So now we're going to go over the bottom jaw and create his teeth. When I look at it, I feel like it just needs a little bit more.
A bit more jaw.
A bit more cheekbone round here, a bit. And what I'm going to do is just go round the eye socket to just raise that up a little bit more. Tiny, tiny bead. With the black, I'm just going to take a little bit. Just go around the edge a little bit. So I'm just adding a little bit of shadow around the skull. Now a little bit in the eyes, well, in the eye socket, because there's definitely no eyeball there anymore. I'm just going to add some petals to this design. So there won't be a complete flower, there'll just be part of a flower. You can take your time and do one at a time. I'm just doing them both at the same time because while one of them's setting up a little bit, I can be pressing out the other one. Using my time wisely, which I never do. Do I, Adam? Right, what I'm going to do now is, I'm not just going to encase that in clear. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to get some Max Adhesion liquid. I'm going to pop that into that little damping dish there. And I'm going to get the black gel polish. Pop a bit there. Now, you need to mix it. So you're going to mix it with a brush that you don't really give a damn about. So now I have black liquid. It's not completely black. It looks black there, doesn't it? But it is like a grey kind of colour. So what this will do, it will change the clear powder into a transparent grey. See what it does to the skull? So it adds even more shading and highlighting to it, and it's going to do the same with these little petals that we've done. Some people think, well, you've got to cure the gel that's in the monomer. No, you do not have to do that. You still got to make sure your structure's there. Don't build up too much with your grey. You might need to add a little bit of clear. But the main job of this transparent grey is to add the shading. So it's going to add shadows to your design. And I just need a little bit of clear, so I'm going back into normal liquid. You can save the grey liquid that you've made. However, it will start to separate after a while. You can remix it, but I would definitely only keep it for, a few days. Gonna let that set a little bit, and then we're gonna pinch. Because this is still soft, I can just snip off any excess. So we're going to file this normal filing routine, and what you'll notice when you file is you will hit some of the 3D and it'll go even whiter, so you'll have like even more highlights and low rows coming through now where you hit it with the file. Obviously you don't want to file too much through, so don't get carried away going, oh, I like that, oh, too much. So I'm just going to buff over to smooth this out. I'm going to wipe over with pure acetone. Oh, look at that. Oh, lovely. Whoa. Just going to add a little bit of detail with the black and white paint there. I'm just adding some details of kind of like chains hanging and beads. Make it a little bit gothic. Oh yes, it's definitely looking very Halloween-y, gothy now, isn't it? Because it did look cool without the paint, but I think that just really adds to it. I'm going to seal it with Mega Gloss, and as I seal it, I'm not going to cure straight away. I'm just going to add a few random little tiny stones into the Mega Gloss. And pop that in the lamp. I'm going to finish with some Frischer cuticle oil. So you can see it adds all the little shadows to it. It looks beautiful. Let's see what it looks like underneath. Ah, see, it's really white underneath. Look at that. Beautiful. There you are. I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial of how to do a skull. And we've also used some of the gel polish in the liquid to make all the shadows. And don't forget to watch us again in the next video. Subscribe to our channel and check out down below for all of the products we've used today. Also subscribe, thumbs up, please. Come on, be nice to me. It's Halloween, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Halloween edition of No Nails. It's time to get spooky. Is that spooky? And you got the